Welcome to PC24 RATV's episode of September 2nd, 2023. It is 6:30 p.m. and we'll stay with you for at least 1 hour. I expect one guest to join the broadcast. We'll talk more about their profession and what services can they help you with. Deception in every profession exists. Every profession, pick any. So some people find it to be an easy way to make money. There are different kind of professionals in any industry. I guess I will generalize two kinds of professionals. One who cater to the needs of a consumer, another one who cater to their own needs. And those people who cater to the needs of consumers, it takes a very, very long time for them to establish. But on the other hand, people who cater only for their personal goals, they succeed pretty fast. And this is the irony of life. But having said that, I will say that the second route, that is deceiving people, doing unfair transaction, doesn't go a long way. Maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you may shine, but then the same consumer drags you 10 feet down into the ground. It's just, what you call, I forgot what specific word we use for this kind of analogy I'm giving. So in order for you to succeed, if you are a self-employed person, it is really important that you do things to the letter and spirit of the industry's mandate. In real estate industry, the mandate is to support the consumer. And if you are not doing that, you are doing something terribly wrong. You are, I guess, in the wrong profession, because this profession is people-oriented profession. Have you ever got scammed by unprofessional person in this industry? If yes, you should speak up. There are forums, there are ways to get this problem addressed even after you have purchased or sold a property. You need to be aware of your rights and obligations. Tell me if there was one incident where you were scammed or you felt that you were treated unfairly, but yes, it has to be supported with proper evidence. Not just that I felt that the guy cheated me or gave me a fraudulent representation. It has to be crystal clear in your mind, and that's what you're going to share with the tribunals or courts or whatever it is. So you should be convinced thoroughly that what you felt was unfair, unjust, deceitful, deceptive, and you have to report it. Because if you report it, guess what? Someone else may not get into that kind of situation. So you are not only helping yourself, you are also an important component in making any industry perform to its code of ethics. This is really, really important. So ethics are, of course, our responsibilities, professional responsibility, but sometimes people, there are 1,000 reasons. There are 1,000 reasons to be unfaithful, deceptive, do wrong transactions. We don't know. Situations differ. But I will share one deception that came to my notice many years back. It may still be prevalent, and that happened with the for sale by owner listing. So this family was trying to sell their house directly, like they are selling it themselves. And someone approached them. We have been joined by our guest, Madame Sarabjit Ludar. Will bring her on forum in a few seconds. So this family was selling their home directly, and someone approached them, and he said, my clients would like to buy this property. And they said, okay. In the meanwhile, we were in the process of listing the same house. So the sellers got an exclusion for this particular person, that if we sell ourselves to this person, because they were already talking, they had signed some paperwork, there were to and fro going on between them, and then they will not pay us any fee. And I said, okay, that's fine. So we excluded that deal. But somehow, when this family was called by this person, the family called me and said, can you come over? So I went over, and they said, we will pay you your fee if you negotiate the best deal for us. That was a change, right? That was a change of perceptions. Before I go further, I will bring Sarvjit with me on this platform, because she has many fertile ideas. Let's use her brain. Welcome, Sarvjit. How are you?
Good, good, Jay. How's everybody?
Everybody is amazing. Everybody is right. So I was talking about deceitful real estate transaction, and I think you heard me sharing this
Yeah.
story. Oh, tea. Where is my tea, man?
Blessed are the people.
I forgot, but guess what
Yes.
I did? I had this
You
sweet
just,
corn.
oh my God.
So
You just killed a corn?
I killed the sweet
Oh,
corn. So actually, I was
oh,
coming from North Brampton, and I saw a sign, farm sweet corn. I just went there and gave me tons of sweet corn just for $10. And
wow.
those are fantastic sweet corns, like the one you get from
बिल्कुल जी.
Costco or Walmart or other stores. They're kind of very soft, like you can just pop out those what you call grains. But this one
Corns,
was
yeah.
very sturdy, very, very nice. So I couldn't resist. I quickly did that and ate it before broadcast. So, anyways, so this family approached me and they said that they will pay me my fee if I negotiate the deal with this guy. So I went in, and this guy was not expecting me. Seeing me, he said, who is this person? And I said, I'm the real estate agent, I'm the listing agent. But you are excluded from the listing agreement. But because they called me now, so I will be representing them on this offer. Sarabjit, this guy turned red and very angry. He said, no, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. I have been dealing with them. I need the whole commission. I said, okay, take the whole commission. That's okay, fine. But I would need to see your agreement. He wouldn't give me the agreement. He just wound up his stuff and ran away. He didn't even answer my question, which company are you working with? Are you a real estate agent? Can I have your business card? He didn't give me a business card. He was angry. He cursed us and he just left. So I looked up at the copy of the offer this guy had. Can you believe it? This guy was not an agent. He was some mortgage guy, and he wrote in the agreement that the commission would be payable to XYZ Corporation. And I looked up on Industry Canada's website, that corporation did not exist. I looked up at the entire agreement, and the agreement was all signed by this person himself. The names of the buyers were there, but they didn't sign the document. He signed it. And how he signed it? Like, let's say, Sarabjit, you are the buyer. So your name appeared as buyer, Sarabjit. But down where you had to sign, this guy signed saying for Sarabjit Ludard and signed himself. I said, wow, that's a new thing. That's a new thing.
Paul ji, ਕੱਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ people want to
Just
be
hang on a
scammed.
bit. My story is not
So
finished.
that is the example.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. So why he did that? Because there are so many people out there who do not intend to sell your property. They are least concerned with your sale. All they need is a copy of your signatures. So you sign the documents, they have it. They can scan your signatures. They can even plant the signatures anywhere they want. Digital world we are in. So, and then there are
Yes.
they raise falsified listing agreements, telling consumer that this is their listing, and if they deposit X $1,000, only then they will show them the house. If they don't like the house, they will pay them back, which never happens. So people should
See
understand
now,
tons of
eh,
deception, and they say people still think they are smarter than the scammers. Nobody is smarter than scammers. They are one step ahead of all of us.
Paul G, that's why there are some professions in place, the trainings are in place. ਕੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੀ ਵੀ people like to be scammed, they want to be scammed.
They love to
Like,
be scammed.
don't you know, as a person living in Canada, that if you want to buy a house or if you want to book a showing, you don't have to pay anything? Don't you know that? If you do not know that, then call somebody. Call somebody and
Call
ask, like,
somebody
hey,
and tell them.
yeah, hey, like, I'm gonna go and have a showing. Do I have to pay for it?
Yeah.
Any realtor would pick up the phone and say, no, you don't have to pay for a showing, right? So similarly, like, one of my client, he's a good friend of mine,
Mhm.
and I did super visa insurance for his family member.
Mhm.
So he is in and out of Canada from last 4 years, insured, never had claim, nothing. So
Okay.
last night he suffered a heart attack and was taken to Trillium.
Oh, sorry for that.
And they said that they will have to pay upfront because his policy is a reimbursement plan. I was like, no,
Yeah.
this policy is not a reimbursement plan, it is a direct pay plan.
Yeah.
And the doctor, one of the doctors there, he told him, either you pay the bill right away or you can take your patient home.
Yeah. Wow.
In Trillium. In Trillium.
Wow.
And
Wow.
he calls me, he said,
Unbelievable.
like, Sarabji, what is happening? And what shall I do? I said, you tell that doctor that to give you that in writing with his signatures.
Yeah.
This is Canada. You are not sitting in a country where
In a
there is no
third world
value of the
country
human
where
life.
there are no rules and regulations, or regulations are always there, but they are not observed.
Yeah. So
That's why.
ये थे scam करने वाले बैठे सारे बैठे हैं. And then when he told the same thing to the doctor,
Yeah.
his senior came and his senior said, what is the problem? Then he said, we have a big insurance in place.
Mhm.
Everything will be taken care of. I don't have that kind. I don't have like $12,000 to give you right away.
Yes.
Right?
And there
So
may be
then,
some websites which may ask you to pay, let's say 50 cents, 0.99 cents, sorry, 99 cents, just to access the data for Ontario real estate. You shouldn't pay anything.
no,
We give it to you automatically.
realtor.ca is
Sign up.
free. Yeah.
Realtor.ca is free. If you want instant access, you have to find your realtor and ask him to give you access, or you sign up on their platform. So you get the
Yep.
latest deals, right? As we see, you see also at the same time. And one thing I would like to tell you, yesterday when we were talking, I had sent a message to the GoFundMe organizer for Sahil Singh, asking him what about WSIB or the employer or the Canada government, as are they not giving you any support? I have not received any response so far.
You will not, Paulji. Trust me, you will not receive.
Yeah, well, we still.
So,
Ma, I'm here.
yeah, kids are back. They went on a camping trip since Tuesday. So they just came in and they saw the little one first came in and he saw me. I was joining at that time.
Yeah,
And he was like, Mama. And I said, oh, he heard me. I said, that's okay.
you should tell them, call me Didi when I am on the show.
Age is just a number. You are as old as you feel.
Yeah, I know. That's
Age
true.
is just a number. At
So
that
I'm
number, I
really
if you don't feel
interested to, yeah, sorry. Age
Yeah.
is just
So
a
age is
number.
just a number.
Yeah.
Just a
So
number. You feel it either in your bones or in your heart.
yes. So before I forget, I would like to tell that we are hosting a webinar on September 19th about how
Okay.
to kick, what do you call? What's the, it could be the best
Kickstart.
word. How to kill a job interview. Right?
How
Because
to
job
kill a job
interviews
interview.
are can be very painful, as especially when you are new to Canada and know nothing about how to respond, how to answer, what to say, how to, your body language, your gestures, your tonality, your voice pitch, your pauses. So, how you should handle a question. So, we are doing a webinar on 19 September. I think this is a Saturday, if I am not wrong. You can check it up. So it will be
No, it's not a
hosted
Saturday.
mostly around 12
No.
p.m. to 1 p.m. Anyone interested, they are most
19
welcome
should be
to.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday,
Yeah.
so I have to check
Today is
my.
second.
Yeah, it's Tuesday then. I think it may be then 16th, probably. It may be 16th, but we'll
Okay.
clarify the date very soon. I just have to refer back to my notes there. So we are doing it, and last time we did it, it was attended by at least 100 people. It went very well. So we expect audience to be there and ask question about how to be better in any job interview. The only thing you need to understand is the art of communicating effectively. That's all you need to know. Anyways, so I think I also spoke with you, and Sarab, you never came to our meetings. We would love to have you as a member in Toastmasters Club, and our meetings are
Yes.
7:30 to 9 p.m. on Tuesdays, second and fourth Tuesday, first and third Tuesday. Sorry, first and third
Okay.
Tuesdays we host meetings. The membership is dirt cheap. It is only $100 for 6 months. That's $200 for the entire year. But we train people on the art of communicating in public. You can be
Communication.
a speaker on the stage, a keynote speaker, and you know how much money they make. Ask Tony Robbins. Maybe millions for his half an hour presence. Just
Yeah.
ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਖੱਟਿਆ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਜੀ. They chatter and make money. We chatter and nobody listens to us.
It's like Aji, I was talking to somebody and they say ki we think that nobody is listening, but Paul ji, universe is listening.
I would like
What we
to.
are giving here,
I would be very interested to see if anyone gets benefited from our broadcast, the insights we give into the industry, and we are not asking for anything. All we need is interaction, questions, answers, sharing experiences is all we ask. So, anyways, we will keep waiting. We are patient. Even if one person is watching it, we'll keep running the program. No worries at all. So there we go. And
yes,
oh yeah, I got a comment on YouTube saying
that's good.
thank you very much for restarting the broadcast.
So there you go.
Yeah,
You made somebody's day,
yeah, and
and the person who commented made our day.
that was really fabulous of him. And he mentioned thank you very much for um, starting it. And then what you said just now, it makes all the sense. Someone is always listening, watching, seeing what we're saying, what they are noticing, and I probably yeah. So I this comment came up, and I was so like excited to see that. And
Yeah,
simple one-liner saying thank you for starting. Thank you, thanks very much, Paul Chimaji, starting your program again 7 hours ago. Mr. Darshan Singh Momi commented.
that's
And
amazing. Darshan Singh
so I
Bhumi.
got more than one
Yeah.
person. And I have a good
It
friend
is.
on TikTok. Like he lives in
Mhm.
Calgary. He's a very amazing personality, and he talks so high about our broadcast that I can't even tell you. He's fabulous.
That's
I will
amazing.
share his information sooner. He's a good guy. He's a good soul actually.
Paul G,
Yeah,
just a quick question. When was the last time you bought flowers for your missus?
never.
Just like that. So the other day, it was about a couple of months back. I think it was our anniversary
Yeah.
in March somewhere. So I was telling my husband like, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਫੁੱਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਂਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਦੀ ਫੁੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ
ਚਲੋ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨੂੰ
ਹੈ
ਦੱਸ
ਨਾ
ਦਿਓ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਕੱਲਾ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ, ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ
so
ਨਾਲ।
no, I would take a picture and show you.
ਅੱਛਾ।
So yeah, so what he did, he planted
ਹੂੰ।
sunflowers and flowers, and now the front yard of my house has sunflower plants that are, if I'm not wrong, about 12 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful, big sunflowers, like they are like literally this big. And then he says, "We Laila, ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਫੁੱਲ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆ ਵੇਖੀ ਜਾਇਆ ਕਰ
ਤੋੜ
ਤੇ
ਲੈ
ਖੁਸ਼
ਕਰ
ਹੋਈ ਜਾਇਆ
ਲੋ,
ਕਰ
ਤੋੜ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਾ
ਨਾ
ਵੀ ਲਿਆ ਕਰ।
ਤੋੜਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੋੜਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਕਰ ਤੇ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਬਾਗ ਤੇਰੇ
That's
ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆ
true.
I was
ਮੇਰੇ
like,
ਮੇਰੇ
that's
ਵੀ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋਏ
amazing.
ਆ ਫਲਾਵਰਸ, I do have।
But you need to dedicate them to your missus.
ਮੈਂ I will put a sign up there for you, my sweetheart.
Yeah, you need to tell her that it is for her. Okay?
All right, I will do that. So, well,
uh,
I would like to
yes.
share some information about Kitchener Waterloo area, which,
Yeah, there is a two-bedroom condo apartment for sale
yes,
listed by none other than Sarab Ludar.
okay. How, since when insurance people started listing condominiums?
Since 2019. The insurance people decided to take real estate license.
Okay. I called
And
someone
then they
yesterday,
got.
and he had bought a house that I had listed through his own agent. So we still had a good contact with him. And I said, "Do you know anyone who is selling?" And he said, "I am also a real estate agent now." I said, when he said a couple months back, I took license. I said,
That's
"Good,
great.
welcome
So
to the
that's
industry."
when I started, right? And I just listed one this beautiful condo apartment.
Yeah,
It's called stacked townhouses. It's like
yeah.
that. It's a stacked townhouse and made in 2018 March.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this beautiful two-bedroom, one and a half washroom, three balconies, and a huge patio on the top. Is like it's that's the beauty of it.
Fabulous.
So yeah,
So
we are looking for somebody.
in June this
Hmm.
year, Kitchener
Yeah.
had average price of $763,051
Okay.
in June, and then in July it came down by around 13,000, right? And in August it came down to $727,500, which is 35,000 plus down from the month of June.
Further down. Okay.
Further down, the highest price noticed in Kitchener Waterloo was 800,500 in May. From May to August, the drop has been pretty significant. But I am just taking up from June when it was 1763. So you can add, let's say, 17,000 more from month of May, right? That will take
Yes.
it to $42,000, $43,000 from May to now. The prices
Yeah.
have been. It's all kind of houses, regardless of the square footage, the type. It's generic. No talking
No, the
about.
houses are going very down.
And it's not for Kitchener Waterloo alone. Even London and St. Thomas Association of Realtors reported a downtrend from uh, from June. In May they had lesser prices, but in June, in July they further came down from 635,000 in June 23. London and St. Thomas came down to $607,000. So this became a drop of more than $32,000, which is pretty significant. Someone is washing dishes close.
No.
Stop washing dishes, please.
No. The dishwashing machine and kitchen and everything is downstairs. I'm upstairs today in my upstairs office.
So if I change to single family houses, and if I go from 2000 square foot upwards to any square footage, doesn't matter, whatever it is. And if we go 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms, so this is what the trend line is. The trend line for this particular market from June, Kitchener, in June, Kitchener was $1,070,000. Let me type that in. A million, किन्ने zero पे ने?
छह पै
$1,070,000.
गया
6 पै गया. And then in August, the price came down to 940,500. So this is actually a median price. Median price means where more people are buying, right? Where more people are buying, that is median price. So the price from June, yeah, so price from June 2023 to August, it came down by 129,500 on median scale. $129,000 in June, July, August, 3 months. Can you believe that? The prices were going
yeah
up. The price went up from January to February to March,
but what is happening into the
April,
rental market, Paulji?
May.
This is our housing
Uh,
market, right?
yeah, this is the
Sale
housing
purchase,
market. This is the
right?
housing
Sale
market.
purchase we are talking about.
And
Yeah.
this is interesting here. In London and St. Thomas Association of Realtors, you know what's happening? In June, the price was $850,000 on an average in London and St. Thomas, and it came down to $840,000. Not much difference. The house prices on median scale are actually going up from July to August. In July, the median price, not average, the median price in London and St. Thomas Association of Realtor, they reported a median price of $803,000, but in August it went up by $38,000. Market is crazy, eh?
It is. It's just like क्योंकि uncertainty बहुत है ना अनपॉल जी भी
Yeah, but it went up when Kitchener came
ਹੁਣੇ
down.
ਹੁਣੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਇੱਕ ਮੇਰੇ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਆਇਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਰ ਯਾਰ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਆ ਬਿਫੋਰ ਸ਼ੀ ਗੋਜ਼ ਫॉर ਬੈਂਕਰਪਸੀ ਸ਼ੀ ਹੈਜ਼ ਟੂ ਸੈਲ ਹਰ ਹਾਊਸ
Okay.
ਲਾਈਕ ਉਹ ਐਸੀ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਕੀ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ
That's true.
ਮੇਰੇ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਹੈ ਜਾਣਕਾਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਜਿਹਦੀ ਮਾਰਗੇਜ ਵਾਸ $3,200 right so
Yeah.
last year June July it was $3,200 today she is paying $5,800 for the same property same amount of mortgage
Yeah. So what I think is that people are moving away even from Kitchener Waterloo. They're moving away to London and St. Thomas now, right? So that's why the property values in those areas are going up because there are still very affordable housing there. $840,000
it is
can
still
still buy you a decent home in London, right?
yes
And compare with on Toronto, well, that may be a very big money saver. But
it
that's
will be
why I
but
think July
problem
to
is this
August, London and St.
yeah
Thomas went up. I don't have the price numbers for Hamilton.
July and August they went up because in September the schools are starting. So many parents who are sending their children to especially Western University. So they know it is a 4 year program and they can afford to buy a smaller property. So they are
Hmm.
buying the houses and making sure that their child is living in their house and renting the remaining
Oh,
rooms.
you are very right. You are very right.
Because I did for a couple of clients.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
So
makes all the sense.
yeah,
That
because
makes
like
all
I sell
the
usually in
sense.
London.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's what I have done about a couple of sales for the parents who's like two three parents coming together.
Hmm.
Like okay ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਚੱਲੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਸੋ 3
Yeah.
parents coming together buying one house ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਬੇਸਮੈਂਟ 'ਚ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਅੱਛਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਬਣਿਆ ਇੱਕ ਕਮਰਾ ਉੱਤੇ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਐਂਡ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਸ਼ੇਅਰਿੰਗ
ਸਹੀ
renting
ਗੱਲ
out.
ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ
So
ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ,
instead of
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਪਾਣੀ ਪੂਣੀ ਪੀ ਲਓ, ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਛੱਲੀ ਦਾ ਪੁੱਟਾ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਖਾ ਲਵਾਂ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗਾਣਾ ਯਾਦ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ,
ਠੀਕ
ਲੈ ਲਾ ਛੱਲੀਆਂ ਭੁਨਾ ਲਈ ਦਾਣੇ ਮਿੱਤਰਾ ਦੂਰ ਦਿਆ, ਕੁਛ ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਗਾਣਾ।
Yeah, see, oh, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ I would take your leave today because my children have come after 4 5 days.
ਨਾ
So
ਨਾ ਨਾ, ਹਲੇ
they
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ
are
ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ
just
ਕਰਨੀ ਆ,
coming and
ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ
watching.
ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਆ। ਨਾ ਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ 10 ਮਿੰਟ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ, ਰੁਕੇ 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 ਰੁਕ ਜਿੱਥੇ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
ਮਰਜ਼ੀ
ਜੀ
ਤੁਸੀਂ
okay
ਕਿਤੇ
I
ਜਾਣਾ,
will be
ਤੁਸੀਂ
here
ਕਿਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ
I'll come back.
ਜਾਣਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਲ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ
No
ਜਿਹੜੇ
problems.
ਸਾਡੇ ਸਮਰਥਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਰਹਿ ਗਈ। ਕੱਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਫਲੋ 'ਚ ਬਹਿ ਗਏ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਾ। ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ
But
ਨਜ਼ਰ
it was
ਰੱਖੀ
a good
ਕਿੰਨੇ,
conversation.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਬਰਦਾਰ ਕਿਧਰੇ ਗਏ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਟੀਵੀ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
Are you thinking of selling your home? You are covered. From my experience of 14 plus years in the real estate industry, this is what I have come to know. There are three major concerns that any home seller would want their realtor to answer. Number one, how much is their home worth? Number two, how long will it take to sell their house? And number three, what will the agent do to make it sell? I have answers to all these questions. To schedule your one on one appointment, call me at 647 424 0358. Once again, Paul Chima, broker with Remax Prime Properties. My phone number to call is 647 424 0358. Call me now and get moving.
From a vast experience in immigration industry, this is what I've figured out. Clients want to know if their application is submitted in a timely fashion, what a representative can do to serve best interest of their client. Clients are informed on a regular basis about the progress of their application. We deliver what we promise. My phone number is 647 465 8894 or reach me out at 639 998 1992.
Are you thinking of a career change or adding another one to your portfolio? Well, you are thinking right. Call Sarabjit Luddar at 416-879-3039 from Beyond Care Insurance Solutions. She also deals in life, long-term travel, critical illness, disability insurance. Give her a call today at 416-879-3039. This is what we can tell you. She will always give you the right advice and help you find out if being an insurance advisor is your piece of cake. Are you looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416 213 8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416 213 8600. ਅਵੰਤਿਆ ਬੜਾ ਖੁਸ਼ ਤੁਰਿਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਕਿ ਲਾਟਰੀ ਲੂਟਰੀ ਲੱਗ ਗਈ ਤੇਰੀ। ਕਾਸ਼ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਲਾਟਰੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ। ਵੈਸੇ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਲਾਟਰੀ ਵਰਗੀ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦਾ ਬੀਮਾ ਕਰਵਾ ਕੇ ਆਇਆ, ਤੇ ਜੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਗਰੋਂ ਕੋਈ $1 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਊਗਾ। ਉਹ ਅੱਛਾ, ਇਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ? ਉਹ ਜੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਮਲਜੀਤ ਬੋਲਾ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 772 1481। ਹੁਣੇ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਲੈ ਫੋਨ, ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਛੱਡ ਦੇਈਂ। ਉਹ ਬੱਲੇ ਉਹ ਤੇਰੇ। PC24 ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 5 ਚੈਨਲਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਬੜੇ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ 647 333 2273 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ। ਕੁਝ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮੁਫਤ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ। 647 333 2273। Welcome back to PC24 IT's broadcast. So we are here with Sarv Lugdal, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਭੱਜਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, but we are holding her tight. Tie ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜੀ, we have tied her to the chair so she can leave. So I don't know why we have some kind of audio interruption. So I have no idea what it is. We'll change our display. Maybe this helps. So yes, Sarvjit, anything about your own business?
ਸਪੋਲ ਜੀ ਲੈ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਮੁੜਕੜ ਵਟਐਵਰ ਜਹਾਜ਼ ਦਾ ਪੰਛੀ ਜਹਾਜ਼ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਸੇ ਜਹਾਜ਼ ਦਾ ਪੰਛੀ ਜਹਾਜ਼ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਮੁੜਕੜ ਕੇ। ਸੋ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਘੁੰਮ ਕੇ ਆ ਜੇ। ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਵਾਜ਼ ਜਸਟ ਲਿਸਨਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਯਰ ਐਡ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਕਮਲ ਪੋਲਾ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਸ਼ੀ ਇਜ਼ ਵਨ ਆਫ ਆਵਰ ਐਡਵਾਈਜ਼ਰਸ। Yes, of course.
ਹੱਸੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾ ਮੇਰੀ
Buying.
ਐਡ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ, you didn't laugh at it because I tried to mimic my.
I liked it.
Okay, good.
I liked it actually. So it is actually ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਲੋਟਰੀ ਪਾ ਲਓ ਬੰਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਹਰ ਹਫਤੇ ਦੇ $10-15 ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਟਰੀ ਤੇ ਖਰਚ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ।
Yeah.
ਸੋ $10 ਮੀਨਸ ਕਿ ਔਨ ਐਨ ਐਵਰੇਜ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੰਥਲੀ $40 ਤੋਂ $60 ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਲੋਟਰੀ ਤੇ ਖਰਚ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ। ਉਹੀ $40 ਤੋਂ $60 ਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਟਰਮ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਵੀ ਕਰਵਾ ਲਓ ਤੇ ਰੱਬ ਨਾ ਕਰੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹ not a lottery but yes it's a cushion for your family to fall back.
It's a big cushion.
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ a friend in need is the friend indeed. ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਦੋਂ ਨੀਡ ਕਦੋਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕਾਮਨ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਨੀਡ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਐਮਰਜੈਂਸੀ ਨੀਡ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੀ ਜਾਂ ਫੰਡਿੰਗ ਦੀ, ਉਹ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਇੰਜਰੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ, ਕੋਈ ਇਲਨੈਸ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਜਾਂ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਅਨਸਰਟਨ ਡੈਥ ਹੋ ਗਈ।
ਉਹਦੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਅਦਰਵਾਈਜ਼ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ?
ਰਾਈਟ। ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਚੈੱਕ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ? Insurance company is the only
friend,
I can say friend which brings a check to your door.
Absolutely.
Nothing. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ 20 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਜੋ, ਜੇ ਹਲੇ ਵੀ 4 ਸਾਲ ਦੇਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਬੰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ 20 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਜੋ, ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ, ਅਸੀਂ 4 ਸਾਲ ਆਪੇ ਗੁਜ਼ਾਰਾ ਕਰ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਜਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ 4 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਵੀ ਕੱਢ ਲਾਂਗੇ।
That's true.
ਰਾਈਟ। ਬਿਜਲੀ ਦੇ ਬਿੱਲ, ਪਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਬਿੱਲ, ਗੈਸ ਦਾ ਬਿੱਲ, ਕਾਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਿਸ਼ਤਾਂ, ਘਰ ਦੀ everything, all the invoices will keep coming. ਇੱਕ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਐਸੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਭੱਜਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਰਾਈ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਉਦੋਂ ਉਹੋ ਹੀ ਚੈੱਕ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ।
Absolutely, that's true.
ਹੁਣ ਅਨਫੋਰਚੂਨੇਟਲੀ I was called by a common friend, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਕਿਤੇ ਸਰਬ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਕਰ ਜਾਓ। cannot do anything about it. ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ।
ਲੰਘੀ then you can do nothing.
ਹੁਣ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਕਿ ਬੰਦਾ ਡਰਦੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਜੀ ਜੇ 2000 ਕਮਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ $1500 ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ 'ਚ ਦੇਈ ਜਾਓ, ਪਰ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ 2000 ਬਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਜੋ ਤੇ ਜੇ $200 ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ 'ਚ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ, 100 ਦੇ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ।
You know, when I just forgot my travel insurance this time, I called you from New Delhi airport.
Yes, I know.
It just skipped my mind, and then I said, "Oh my God, I needed that coverage."
Yep.
You never know what may happen, right? And you might have sensed panic in my voice that no, I need it right away. And you very
Right away.
clearly mentioned this won't be applicable for at least 48 hours, except for
Yes.
accident or but
Injury.
for illness, you have to wait 48 hours. So I understood
Yes.
that. You very clearly told me that, disclosed it. I said, fine. I'm more worried about accidents than getting sick
Not
in
getting
India,
sick.
right?
Yeah.
So I took it like it cost me about $200 plus, 250 perhaps,
Yeah.
but I had peace of
About.
mind. If I can
Yeah.
spend, airfare, then I can
five
just
thousand
spend it.
dollars on airfare.
Yeah,
More
not
than
five
that. Five
thousand,
thousand per
ten
person.
thousand dollars.
Yeah. So 5,000 per person.
Yeah, five per person. So
Yeah.
then 250 means nothing, even though that is a big amount of money. But
Yes.
what you have to do, you have to do. Simple as that.
Paul जी compared to the emergencies that may arise है ना ਹੁਣ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਨਾ ਕਰਾਈ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤੇ $12,000 ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਦੇਣੇ ਸੀ
Absolutely. And
12,000 ਹਲੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਰਜਰੀ ਦੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ ਹਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ 4 ਦਿਨ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਬਿੱਲ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਬਣਨਾ
just look at this. In India, during the rains, a roof fell
ਹਾਂਜੀ
down. Roof of a school fell down. Who would have visualized that I will die there in school teaching? And a teacher was killed, couple people got injured, students got injured, and the ministry then Ministry of Education sent advisory, I think, to close the schools or whatever, or any work being done in the school should be protected, safety measures taken, blah blah blah. But who could have imagined that someone would die while teaching, and the teacher died? And accidents just don't happen on the roads; they can happen anywhere. Like this thing
they
can
can
never
happen
happen.
anywhere
So I
they
was
can
very
happen
much
anywhere
concerned about
yes
insurance. So I'm that particular about getting insurance. Nothing wrong with it. So yeah, but I must suggest you guys to give her a nudge, give her a call. So if you want to leave, you can share your phone number with us. People can get a hold of you.
416-879-3039. If for whatever reason I am unable to answer your phone, you can leave me a detailed voice message on my WhatsApp.
Yeah, and the voice message can be as long as 45 minutes. No worries with that.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't hesitate. She pays a lot of money for getting that extra gigabytes on her phone.
I just am gonna put myself on mute for one.
Alrighty. So let me talk about some interesting aspect of immigration in farming. So this particular chart is provided to us by Canada, and you will be amazed to see how things are. So this is a portrait of Canada's immigrant farm population 2021. What it says, there are top 5 mother tongues, and those tongues that is excluding English and French, and those are Punjabi, German, and Dutch. These are majorities. Mandarin and Italian, they are on the minority side. So 18.5% farm worker, they speak Punjabi language, and I will see if I can enlarge this picture in any way. No, I cannot. But anyways, we'll still use this image, and I would like to see if I can just reset it to full size so you guys can see it in its entirety. So this is what it is. So 18.5% Punjabi speaking farm workers from migrant families, and then 6.9% of Canada's farm population were immigrants, 6.9%, and 23.1% of Canada's total population were immigrants. So, so total population or farm population, two different numbers. So 6.9, close to 7% were immigrants, were farm workers, and 23.1% were Canada's total population. This is nearly a quarter population. And then there are top 3 birthplaces of immigrant farm population, by selected farm types in 2021. So you see, India, Indian immigrants in the farming sector for fruit and tree nut farming, they were 64.3%. Wow. And UK contributed 4.3 towards fruit and tree nut farming, while United States were only 4%. So fruit and tree nut farming, 64.3% Indian population, Indian immigrants in this industry. Well, I remember there are some Sikh industrialists who only farm these uh, almonds and other dry fruits. And India has Indian immigrants are close to 12% in greenhouse, nursery, floriculture production. And vegetable and melon farming, India is only 10.4%. So you know where we farm most in fruit and tree nut farming. And then comes sheep and goat farming. There are no Indian immigrants in this category, and neither in poultry and egg production. But look at this chart here on the right side, right under this globe, and it shows that 41.3% Indian immigrants are farm population in BC, British Columbia, while in Ontario, the majority are 22.8% are from Netherlands. Saskatchewan, the majority of farm immigrants are from US. And Netherlands exists in so
Yeah.
many places. Look at that, right? So Sarabjit, you see this Indian
Yes.
immigrant population in our
Yeah.
in farming sector. So
Yes.
Punjabi and German and Dutch, they are a majority major languages spoken.
Yes.
And Indian are more active in fruit and tree nut farming.
Yeah.
Right?
64%. Wow.
64.3%. And we
Yeah.
are about 12% in greenhouse, nursery, and floriculture production too. And then 10% in vegetable and melon farming, none in sheep and goat, none in poultry and egg production, and 41.3% in BC are Indian born. This is a percentage of immigrant farm population. So, and
Sorry, Paul ji,
this,
I'm cutting you, but I will have to go. There is an emergency.
oh, okay,
So
go ahead.
I will have to go take care of this client of mine who is in the hospital. The hospital is giving him problems. They are saying either you pay everything in full or we will not perform the surgery.
Sure, you go ahead, and I wish
So
you
he is asking me to come
all the
over.
best.
I am, my apologies.
No,
So
no,
we will
that's fine. That's
continue. Thank you,
understandable.
everybody.
They always come
Yeah,
first,
take care.
Sarvjit. You got to go. Thank
So
you very much for being here.
thank you. Yeah.
So, Sarvjit had to leave quickly, and because from emergency, this is what you need from a professional. When you're in trouble, well, you need someone to help you out with the problem. So, top three places of birth of the immigrant foreign population by period of immigration. So, before 1981, the the top three birthplaces were UK 17.4%, Netherlands 15.3%, US 14.5%. From 1981 to 2000, India, people born in India were 22.5% in this industry. Netherlands 15.4 kept the same percentage as before 1981, and then a new entry came in was Switzerland. So UK, United States vanished, right? So from 1981 to 2000, but from 2001 and after, US is 12.6%, India is 10.2%, and 9.6% is Netherlands. So Netherlands is very active in farming sector. This is information I think it's good to know how we are doing this farming sector. So keeps I mixed up something. I was going to say something and I totally forgot. So let me get rid of this particular chart and we talk more about what's written in the newspapers. So I have some newspaper headlines from yesterday. It says Canada's largest banks report another big jump in mortgages longer than 25 years, that means amortization. 43% mortgages are over 25 years. This was reported in Toronto Star yesterday. And the GTA condo sales hit 23 years low in July. This is by the Building Industry and Land Development Association, BILD, and they say affordability continues to deteriorate. The news article says sales of condominiums in Greater Toronto area last month were the lowest they have been in July in 23 years. Condominium apartments, including units in low, medium, and high rise buildings, stacked townhouses, and loft units, accounted for 828 units sold in July, down 39% from July of 2022 and 50% below the 10-year average. 50% down from the 10 years average. CP24 report from April 16th, 2023. This is from Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation. Says the annual pace of housing starts in July fell 10% compared with June, when they posted their strongest showing so far this year. The National Housing Agency says the seasonally adjusted annual rate of housing starts in July came in at 254,966 units compared with 283,498 in June. So June were more than July. So I will do a rough take on this. It's close to 28,000 and in change. The annual pace of urban starts were down 11% in July at 234,857, while the rate of multi-unit urban starts fell 12% to 193,446, and the pace of single detached urban starts dropped 4% to 41,411. 41,411, the urban start single detached starts. So starts mean the new projects. CMHC says the annual pace of starts in July in Vancouver fell 23%, while Toronto dropped 29%. Meanwhile, Montreal rose 12% in starts, Calgary gained 33%, and Edmonton added 6% in the housing starts. The annual rate of rural starts were estimated at 20,109 in for July. The 6 months moving average of the monthly seasonally adjusted annual rate of housing starts was 242,525 in July, and this was up from 235,819 in June. CTV reports Canada is sitting on one of the largest housing bubbles of all times. This is a statement from one analyst called Calmer, and he questions what happens if it bursts. Well, it has already burst a lot. How much would it burst? Unlike the United States, where buyers can qualify for a 30-year mortgage, Canadian borrowers must renew their mortgage every 5 years. Well, that's not correct. People can select any term, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, 10 year as well. So this is slight discrepancy in this report here. But I think more or less people don't even question when they go for 5 year term of a mortgage amortized over 25 or 30 years. So they say in US, so this is what I understand, in US, you can get a mortgage for 30 years and don't have to worry about the rates going up and down. I'm not sure if I'm correct or not, but in Canada, you have to qualify after a fixed term, whatever you chose, right? And that adds to extra debt pretty faster. So, uh, Colmer uh, argues that one of the reasons mortgage burden can become astronomical because you pay more and more after every couple years, whatever term you selected, and he doesn't think that a housing crash is imminent. He does warn that when you are dealing with these kind of excesses, hopefully interest rates do not rise. Colmer says some of the key factors to watch for are further interest rate hikes and employment levels, warning that if rising unemployment level continue, warning rising unemployment levels combined with spiking mortgage rates, Canada could face a situation similar to 2008 crisis in the US. Well, I would say here that analysts, they base their reports on so many assumptions. There are so many factors, moving components when they make a report. So if something changes, things can be totally different. Canadian mortgage trends, they report this, that despite Canada's economy outperforming expectations over the last few quarters, signs are starting to suggest a slowdown is on the horizon, according to a report from Desjardins. Everything from international trade and housing to real GDP and core CPI inflation have started to trend lower, suggesting that the rate hikes by the Bank of Canada are having their intended impact. So, as such, Desjardins is calling for the economy to enter into recession before the end of the year and continue into the first half of 2024. We got negative GDP this time. Falling goods consumption, residential investment, and exports are likely to be the primary drivers of the weakness. The economists continue. The unemployment rate should track higher, pushing wage and income growth lower as a consequence. They expect the Bank of Canada to respond by cutting interest rates early next year, which they say should spur a return to growth by the second half of 2024. So we are expecting a recession before this year ends and then expected to continue into 2024, right? And in the second half, they estimate the market will return to a better side. It will show a sunny side. This is a report from Desjardins and presented from the news article, the Canadian mortgage trends. And on 6th of this month, the Bank of Canada is going to announce policy rate. So whether it goes up or whether it goes down or whether it stays same, the chances are it's going to stay consistent. They will not change it. So on this September 6th, it is just the interest rate announcement. After this, there are two more announcements. October 25th, interest rates plus monetary policy report, MPR, and then December 6th, way before Christmas, interest rate announcement. So, well, that ends our broadcast today. And we have Labor Day long weekend. Well, I wish each and every one of you a happy and safe Labor Day long weekend. Enjoy to the maximum. Enjoy your hard work. It's time to acknowledge really the efforts put by everyone in any industry to make Canada great all the time and keep the economy running. Thank you very much for being with me through this session. I will see you on Monday, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. unless there is a change due to my schedule. So we'll see you very soon. Thank you very much once again. God bless you all.